In 1850s, some workers who were laying railway line in a small village in eastern Punjab province, eastern Pakistan, discovered some ancient brick molds. As they were more keen to complete the railway project, these bricks from the molds were used in the construction of Lahore-Multan railway line. Little did they know that those bricks were a part of an ancient city in our history, known as Harappa. In 1872, Alexander Cunningham, a British archaeologist, heard about this mysterious ruins. His instinct told him that there is more to this story. He carried out a small trial excavation in which he found some ancient potteries and artifacts. The most curious object discovered at Harappa was a seal. The seal was described as very tiny, about 3 by 3 centimeters, made on a smooth black stone without polish. On it is engraved very deeply, a bull without a hump, and above it there is an inscription with unique characters, which are quite unknown till now. Years later, another team of archaeologists including R.D. Banerjee, under British archaeologist John Marshall, started to excavate a site near to Harappa. Layer by layer, the team unearthed the past. Ancient streets, intricate drainage systems, and magnificent artifacts began to emerge from the dust of time. It was a testament to the advanced civilization that thrived over 4,000 years ago. A whole city was revealed before them which was very advanced. The city of Mohenjo-Daro. When they studied more, they understood that many of the artifacts along with the seal were very similar to that found in Harappa. There were numerous inscriptions on various objects, commonly found on flat, rectangular stamp seals, as well as written or inscribed on pottery and other tools. The characters are largely pictorial, depicting objects found locally in the culture. However, many abstract signs have also been identified. Often, animals such as bulls, water buffaloes, elephants, rhinoceros, and the mythical unicorn accompanied the text on seals. It was the biggest discovery in the history of India. Slowly, an ancient civilization, which was 4,500 years old, was discovered, which flourished alongside Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt. The Indus Valley civilization. Even though the findings gave insights about the people and town planning, one thing remained an enigma. What language did they speak? Remember the stone seal which was found during the excavation? What was its purpose? Researchers believe that these may be used as stamps by merchants for their trades. Maybe the writings on it represent the name of the person to which it belonged. Various attempts have been made to decipher the script on it, but none have gained wide acceptance. The first question in every researcher's mind was, is it really a linguistic script, or simply non-linguistic signs? Non-linguistic signs means symbols which are not related to words or language. Some raise these questions because of the extreme shortness of the inscriptions. The carvings average 5 characters per text, and the longest has only 34. The existence of too many rare signs, and the lack of the random-looking sign repetition that is typical of language such as this, also concerned them. In 2004, researchers including Sanskrit expert Michael Witzel compared the Indus script with a system of non-linguistic symbols, similar to those representing families or clans like coats of arms. But later studies concluded that Indus script is indeed a linguistic script. For instance, directionality is a key to any written language. After multiple studies, researchers found out that a script was generally written from right to left, But how did we find out that? Look at these two pictures. If you look closely, we can find that there is some crowding of symbols in this picture, which means they might have ran out of space after started writing. There are certain other patterns in this inscriptions, which are similar to linguistic script. For example, in English, there is a concept called the rule of Q. The alphabet Q is always followed by U, and QU is followed by E, I, O or A. After studying the Indus scripts, we know that this diamond sign is usually followed by this sign. Also there were signs which is usually found at the start of a text, and some found at the end of text. Later researchers used computerized systems to study the patterns in this script, and calculated its entropy. But, what does entropy means? Well, entropy is the measure of uncertainty. The concept originated from physics, in which it is used as a measure of disorder. In language, this measures the uncertainty or randomness in predicting the next letter, based on the preceding letter. We can use conditional entropy to explain the randomness in choosing a letter based on the preceding letter, in a game called Hangman. At the start of the Hangman game, when no letters are revealed, there is a lot of uncertainty about which letter will come next. Any of the 26 letters in the English alphabet is a possible guess, so the conditional entropy is high. As the game progresses and more letters are revealed, the conditional entropy decreases, because there is less uncertainty about which letter should come next. Researchers use two major types of non-linguistic systems: those with high randomness or entropy, and those that follow rigid sequential order with less entropy. Usually our non-linguistic systems tend to fall somewhere between these two extremes. The paper concluded that the conditional entropy of Indus inscriptions closely matches those of linguistic systems. After finding out that Indus script is indeed a writing system, the next question is, what script is it based on? Some researchers have suggested that it may be related with Dravidian language like Tamil, while others have proposed that it could be related with Indo-European languages like Sanskrit. Meanwhile, deciphering of this script is much difficult due to several reasons. Let's take a closer look. Most inscriptions containing these symbols are extremely short. This makes it difficult to analyze recurring patterns. Another reason is the absence of a bilingual inscription, which means same text in two languages. For example, the Egyptian hieroglyphics was deciphered because the same sentence or text was written on a stone, now called Rosetta Stone, in three languages. Linguists who understood Greek compared that with the hieroglyphics, which led to the deciphering of the ancient Egyptian language. Unfortunately, no such inscriptions of same Indus script text in other language has been discovered. Let's have a look on what all we have understood till now regarding this script. 1. The script was generally written from right to left. 2. Certain numerical values have been deciphered, such as single unit as downward stroke, and units of 10 as semicircles. 3. The script combined both word signs and symbols with phonetic value, which means that, while some characters represented words or ideas, some others represented sounds. Now coming back to our question regarding what language it is based on. Researchers have two different opinions. First group consists of those who supports the link to Indo-European language groups such as Sanskrit. Prominent archaeologist S.R. Rao found out that many of the basic letters of Indus script bore resemblance to Phoenician letters. Phoenician letters were developed from North Semitic letters, an old script used widely in the Mediterranean region. It is considered to be a probable ancestor of the Greek alphabet. He decided to assign sound value to each basic letter of Indus script, with the Phoenician letters which closely resembled it. After that, he proceeded to read the inscriptions on the seals from left to right. He concluded that he could decipher many words such as Maha, which closely resembled the Indo-European language Sanskrit. While some may agree with Rayo's approach of comparison, the details of his decipherment have not been widely accepted yet. The second group of researchers, which included Finnish scholars Asko Parpula, considered Indus script related to Proto-Dravidian language such as Tamil. When they tried to read the script, they understood that certain signs in the scripts were used as homophones. Homophone means a word or sign that is pronounced the same as another word, but differs in meaning. Also note that many ancient languages used a technique called rebus principle in their scripts. Rebus principle is a technique which combines the use of illustrated pictures with individual letters to depict words or phrases. For example, adding a letter N to a picture of B can be represented as the word bin. Now look at these writings. This fish sign, associated with the Dravidian reading, mean, has been also interpreted as its homophone, meaning star. Also, we know that there is widespread occurrence of the homophones in Proto-Dravidian languages. Let's have a look at this writings. It has 7 vertical strokes, followed by the fish sign. Keep in mind that the direction of reading the text is from right to left. Now these writings were found on a seal. As we know that these seals were used as marks of identification, the writings may represent the name of a person. Note that in India, we have a history of naming a person based on their stars in which they were born. In Proto-Dravidian language, the word for fish is mean, which also have another meaning in Old Tamil. Star. We already know that these strokes represent numbers. 7 strokes means number 7, or Elu in Old Tamil. So 7 stars would stand for Elu mean, which is Dravidian word for Big Dipper star constellations. Similarly, this 6 strokes means number 6, pronounced as Aru in Tamil. And Armin is another word for constellation Pleiades. But is these findings enough to get a conclusion? The answer is no. For that we have to confirm that the writings on these seals are indeed a person's name. And these names are based on their stars. That is not an easy task. We may need longer sequences with recurring patterns to give us more insights. However, archaeologists are increasingly finding links between the Indus script and the Tamil Brahmi script, with many speculating the Indus script was indeed Dravidian. In 2019, excavations carried out in the Kizadi, a site in Tamil Nadu, India, revealed graffiti dating back to 580 BCE. The graffiti has been deemed to bear a distinct resemblance to the Indus script. Even though researchers are studying more on this, they still haven't got any concrete conclusion. The Indus script is still mute. We know that the people who made this ancient civilization, with advanced cities and traded faraway lands, have many stories to tell. Let's hope that one day we may find out what they were trying to tell us. Thank you.